When you've got a section on a motocross track like this, quite a steep, fast downhill, it has some gnarly ruts formed up down the bottom into this left-hand sweeper. One of the first things we need to take into account with this section is, first of all, our line selection. You can see right up the inside here, where a lot of riders tend to be going, the braking bumps are formed up, they're hard and shiny and getting a little bit square-edged. One of the benefits, though, is down the inside here, the inside rut's not so deep. So for riders that are a little bit hesitant, a little bit cautious or frightened of riding a deep rut, especially at high speed, this will be the line a lot will choose. Definitely, I wouldn't say it's the best line, but pretty safe option for someone that's not comfortable with ruts. If you step over to right where I'm standing here into the middle, the bumps are a little bit rollier coming down. Also the dirt, you can see it's still quite loamy, so it's going to give you a better braking surface. The bike's going to wash off speed a little better, okay, and it won't kick off the bumps as much as it will on the inside. The rut here is still not very deep, so not too bad, but as you get further down into the corner, you can see the rut's quite steep where people are starting to turn the bike, okay? You're still going to be standing up down there, so you're going to steer the bike on the foot pegs. So this line here is actually not too bad because the bumps aren't too bad, the braking area is fairly consistent, and because you get down there and you've got that steep wall of dirt, if you're comfortable to turn the bike in quite hard on that wall of dirt in the standing position, you'll be able to carry much more speed through this corner than you would on this inside line. So sort of a step up in the confidence or skill level, but definitely a better line. Then third option is to take another step over to the outside. You've got an even better braking surface, okay? So the bumps are, as you can see, the bumps are not so big here. They're quite small. The dirt's very tacky, very consistent, and you've got a rut that starts really early. So if you're comfortable with riding ruts and comfortable with standing up at speed through a rut like this line here will work really well for you because it's like you're on rails, okay? You've already picked your line nice and early and you're in that rut. Also, it opens the corner out a little bit, so your entry to this corner is a little bit wider. You can sweep in and through it a little better than if you're shooting up the inside there, which in return will let you carry more corner speed, more momentum through this corner, which for a racer, that's obviously what you want to try and do, carry as much corner speed, as much momentum as you possibly can. But if you're just out having a fun ride and a bit frightened of these sort of ruts, by all means, duck over to the inside. But I think it's a great idea for everyone to practice this sort of stuff. The more you practice it, the better you'll get with it. If you're going to ride the middle or the outside line and use this part of the rut through the turn here, you can see it's built up quite high from ground level. It's up definitely at foot peg height. So you need to make sure that you're comfortable to stand up and tip the bike in on the foot pegs, okay? Otherwise, if you try and ride through here straight, there's a really good chance that your foot peg will scrape on this, quite possibly pull a foot off the peg and you'll flick off the back of the bike, or foot peg could dig in and it could in-swing you a little bit, sort of kick the rear of the bike around. So definitely want to make sure you got your wheels up against that edge of the rut and the bike leaned over, okay? So it will take a little bit of time to get comfortable in the standing position through a section like this. As I said before, the more and more you do this, the more comfortable you'll get with it, and you'll find you just naturally start to carry more speed through a section like this. Either way, whatever line you choose back at the start of this corner, they all end up in the one place on the exit and leading into this next corner. You can see here the lines all meet. So depending on your skill level, how confident and comfortable you are with riding ruts will determine where you go in this corner, okay, what line you want to take. But as I said, riding the outside line that's a little bit more technical, okay, you do have a better braking area and you'll definitely be able to carry more momentum and speed down this hill, which at the end of the day is what we're all trying to achieve.